So let's say you want to get some list written on your web page, maybe a list numbered like one, like let me just type it out. I don't know how to say it. Let me type it out. So this tag is a new tag I'm showing you, and this stands for unordered list. Okay, so it's an unordered list. So inside that tag we can then start to get our list. So we type in li for list. So li represents a list item, okay, of its parent, which is ul. So the parent can either be ul, which stands for unordered list, or ol, which stands for ordered list. So unordered list comes with bulletins, like different styling bulletin, not necessarily a numeric bulletin like 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. Right, the unordered list just comes with a bulletin in no particular order. You get me? So in your ordered list, which stands as a parent in this case and has a child of li, inside the li, which stands for list, we can then list whatever we want to list. So we can say list 1. No, let me type in item 1. That makes sense. Item 1. And then I want to show you a shortcut right here. When you hold shift and then hold alt, your alt key, shift and alt key, and then you press the arrow down key, 1 2 3, a number of times, you can get a copy of whatever line you are on. So in this case, my cursor was on this line when I held shift down and I held alt key down, and then I pressed the down key, the down arrow key 4 times. 3 times I had 3 copies of this. So I'll just change this to 2, I'll change this to 3, and I'll change this to 4. And then when I save it, automatically refreshes because I'm using live server, and voila, I have my list shown right here. So as I was saying, this is an unordered list. What is this? Right, this is an unordered list. It has a bulletin, as you can see, these small bullets. It doesn't list them in any particular order, but this is an unordered list. So I wanted to show you that we can use this for various, for certain stylings and things when we are working with websites. You see that when we start to create a certain project that I've made, I'll show to you later, but this can be used to make links. If you open any website, you can see it has links at the top there. Most programmers use these LIs for those links you see there, and then some to don't, some to use it. So whatever you want to use your list for, if you want to list certain things, you can also use your list for. So I want to copy this, and then I'm gonna paste it here and make this ordered list, not 0. Oh, ordered list. You realize that when I changed the opening tag name, I had to come and change the closing tag, which is a / and then the name of the opening tag. So now I should have an ordered list now. So I just saved it I saved it on VS Code. It should open automatically in live server mode. So there you can see it's now gave it a nice numbering from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. So that is the difference between ordered list and an ordered list. Now the nice thing is that even with the ordered list, you can specify what type of order we want it to be in, whether in the form of alphabetically order, or we want it in Roman number format, or whatever the key is, right? It can display it for us. So inside this this ol tag, right inside it, I would like to specify the type of bulletin that I want. Okay, so I'll then say type, and I'll say is equal to, and I'll give quotes. This is how I specify the type of the numbering that I want. So over here, if I just put in an alphabet A, okay, let's see what happens when I open it on the browser, right? So it labels it A, and then it picks the trend that, oh, he wants to list it in an alphabetical order. So I see, so it starts with an A, a B, a C, and a D, as you can see. And so same happens when I even do with a smaller A. I save it and I open it. You can see that it did with a small letters. And I can also say I want Roman numbers or numerals. however it's pronounced. When I save it and I open it, you can then see IV. So that is one nice thing about ordered list. And so yeah, so this thing, I wanted to point out something. So getting a space right in HTML is not how do I say, you don't just get it by giving out a large space like this thinking that you get a space right on your web page. That is not how it works. You are defining, remember in HTML you define a tag or you define a command and then it shows on your screen. Otherwise, anything else you type will display on the screen. Let's save this and you see. And then you see I just typed this out and it worked. But that is not the same for space. So for a space like this, you can realize that right after the item 1, item 2 followed, this gap that I left here wasn't shown on the web page, as you can see. So for that, we'll come back to that on how to get spaces between things when we start to do styling. But for now, if we want to get a space between lines, you can use the BR tag that we've been using all this while. Let me copy it right here and then do it a couple of times. So Control V, and I'll save it. And then you see that it will break the line 3 times and then I can have my space. But that is not recommended unless you are using it in extreme cases. Okay, I'll show you a convenient way and then we will have everything sorted out. Okay, so now that I've gotten that out of the way, I would like to talk about a very important tag in HTML that most developers use. Okay, so it is called a division or a div tag.